Hey guys, this is Candle and welcome to a new gaming pickups video. It has been a little while since the last one, and yeah, I came back, I did a couple Let's Plays, I'm done with that now. Unfortunately, I had to leave my Final Fantasy VI Let's Play unfinished. I pulled down the videos because I do not like leaving unfinished Let's Plays on my channel, but yeah, I do have some games to show you guys. So first off, what I'm going to do is show you a game. I had to pick up just the disc for this, and it is Morrowind for the Xbox. I showed this off last time, but what I showed off was that I had bought the regular edition, but it had the Platinum Hits disc in it. So I ended up buying the disc off eBay, the regular disc off eBay to put in here. Don't know what I'm going to do with the Platinum Hits disc. I might trade that in or something. I'm not sure what. But I am glad to have it matching here now. I do much prefer that. It was really odd though because the guy sent it in an envelope, and I'd never seen a disc ship in an envelope before, but it was a little bit of a different envelope. He sent it as a non-machinable letter, so it was a little bit thicker. It was or not really thicker. It was a heavier duty, like a cardboard envelope, and it was non-machinable. So that means like the disc still arrived without being damaged and stuff like that. So definitely glad to have that in my collection. Another thing I've also added is Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, or Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. This is the fourth Ace Attorney game, and the last one released on the Nintendo DS. And the last one to be released physically here in the West, too, until the remake and then the re-release of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Definitely glad to have this in my collection. I haven't finished it up yet. Not really thrilled about the characterization of Phoenix Wright in this. You know, he's not the main character and stuff like that, but I have a feeling it might, once I actually finish it, I might learn more, and it'll be more justified in what they did to him. But until then, again, glad to have this in my collection. The reason why I got this was because, you know, I went ahead, I downloaded the Ace Attorney 5 and 6 on the 3DS eShop because I wanted to make sure I got those before the eShop shut down. And so I was like, oh, wait, I've only played the original 3 plus Ace Attorney Investigations. I never played Ace Attorney 4, so I should probably go get a copy of that. So definitely glad to have that in my collection as well. And then something else, I actually got Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm actually playing through the campaign right now, and it's okay. You know, it's not as bad as I was fearing it was, based on what everybody was saying, but it's not great either. Definitely not one of the better Call of Duty campaigns, but again, not one of the worst either. This is, in fact, the Xbox Series X version. You can tell that because it says Xbox Series X first there. Plus, down here, it's got the badge where it says it's a cross-gen version, so it includes Xbox One and Xbox Series X versions. I made that mistake with Black Ops Cold War, where I got the last-gen version first, which was playable on an Xbox Series X, but it didn't have the next-gen version, so I had to go out and get that as well, and then I traded in that version, the last-gen version. Now I'm kind of regretting that, because I've since broken off all of my Xbox Series X games into their own shelf down here, right down at the bottom here, because I have enough that I can actually break them out, and the next couple games I got, especially the next one, kind of prove why you kind of need to do that now. Because even though an Xbox Series X will play all Xbox One discs, not all Xbox Series X discs will play on an Xbox One. Case in point, this is The Quarry. This is from Supermassive Games. These are the people behind Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures anthology games. And it's kind of seen in that vein, but you can see right here it just says Xbox Series X. There is a separate version of this that is for the Xbox One. So that would be the last gen version. This one, I believe, incorporates some ray tracing, but I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't call it out on the back here. It just says optimized for Series X, 4K Ultra HD, HDR10. So I don't know about that, but this was a lot of fun. This really was a lot of fun. If you enjoy games like Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures anthology games, Man of Medan, Little Hope, and House of Ashes, you will enjoy The Quarry. It was quite a bit of fun. Definitely glad to see what they're doing next. There is supposed to be at least one more Dark Pictures game, so I don't know when that's coming. That's probably going to be next year at this point, but still, quite a bit of fun there. And then I also picked up a copy of Halo Infinite. Now, this is still sealed because I have no need to open this. I have Xbox Game Pass, so that's why I waited this long to get Infinite. In fact, because I played the campaign at launch, and I don't really care much about the multiplayer, but I waited this long to get Infinite because the only reason I picked this up was because it was on sale. It was for like $25. So definitely glad to have it in my collection, although it is unfortunate that it doesn't have the full campaign experience on disc. Like, it requires internet connection content download, which kind of sucks, but still it's nice to have in my collection. Same thing with Call of Duty Vanguard. I picked that up because it was on sale too, because that's an Activision game, and until that buyout from Microsoft goes through, I'm not entirely thrilled about purchasing Activision games new, but it was on sale, so that was the only reason I picked that up at this time too. So that is pretty much it for now, and the rest of this is going to be pretty much talking about my plans for the channel moving forward. Because like I said, I came back, I did a couple Let's Plays, I did Myst again, of course. I did Wolfenstein 3D and Spear of Destiny, and I started Final Fantasy VI, got close to the halfway point. I didn't quite get to the World of Ruin. I was in the Esper Cave, so I was only like just a shy of getting to the Floating Continent, which is what, that's the final dungeon of the World of Balance before you go to the World of Ruin. And I just realized I was not enjoying myself as doing a Let's Play. I was struggling to get myself to record for longer than an hour and a half at a time, and so I was starting to fall behind on videos, and so I decided, you know what, I can't do Let's Plays right now. I have to back away from them. Maybe I'll do more in the future, maybe not, I don't know. I don't know if it's just RPGs just aren't really fit for doing Let's Plays, at least not for me, or not if it's something else. But what I've really wanted to do for the longest time is some kind of review or critique format, and I had seriously considered doing this before jumping back into Let's Plays, but I keep getting disheartened by the fact that my videos don't really get much in the way of views, if at all. Honestly, these videos do the best amount, and even then, despite having over 1,000 subscribers, I only get like between 10 and 50 hits, usually, sometimes up to 70 or 80 within the first month on these gaming pickups videos. But other than that, not much. Like, the Let's Plays might get a couple hits on the first couple videos, but very rarely does anybody watch them all the way through. Most people don't even watch the videos more than like the first couple minutes. So it's just, it's not worth it to me to keep going, even as a hobby. And that's what I've been kind of viewing this as for the last few years, as a hobby. Because my dreams of, being a professional YouTuber are, like, they're never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So I just view this as a hobby, just do it for fun. But I do want to do something that involves a bit more effort. The problem is that it involves more effort. First in writing scripts, and also in video editing, which I do not much care for at all. There's a reason why I've been sticking to Let's Plays for the longest time, is because they are very, very minimal when it comes to video editing. At most, I take like a 2.5 hour recording session. I have a separate audio track for my commentary. I combine them. I try to balance the audio a bit, and then I split it up into half-hour chunks, occasionally cutting out stuff, and that's it. and some kind of review or critique format requires a lot more editing for that, but I have never quite settled on the format to do it. I'd considered trying to do like a CinemaSins style thing where it was everything wrong with, or everything right and wrong with, trying to combine like CinemaSins and CinemaWins together into one like gaming video, and I did that for Final Fantasy 1 a couple years ago, and it was okay. It wasn't really all that good. For one thing, I don't have a good recording setup for audio. I don't have a sound booth or anything like that. So this is typically the best kind of audio I can get. And I have to turn off my AC to do it, because otherwise it's way too loud. But something else I've been trying to think of doing is not quite what The Completionist does, but basically taking you through the journey of 100%ing a game or completing a game or getting the platinum trophy or whatever for a game. Not quite what the completionist does, because he does tend to do it more as a review format these days. And I was thinking of more doing it like a journal or a diary type thing, where you can kind of check in, see my progress, or put it all together in one video. And it's like, okay, here's what I did today. Here's how I felt about it. Here's, you know, the progress I made, and all my thoughts and everything on what I've experienced and what's still to go. And then here's the next day, and so on and so on. Again, either as one video or a series of videos. Again, I haven't quite settled on the format yet, but I'm hoping to get that off the ground in the next couple weeks. I do have vacation coming up, so I can take some time off from my day job and try to sort this out then. But I have complications because, again, the reason why there's not much to add to this collection video, the reason why the biggest bulk of this is more of a channel update rather than like having a huge stack of games, was because I just built a new computer a couple months ago. Like, brand new computer, and that cost me a pretty penny. And then right after that, I went ahead and re-upped my Adobe subscription, and that's why I started doing Let's Plays again, was so I could use that. And I'm still kind of paying all that off. I have another week or two to go to pay off my credit card, and then I'll be free and clear of that. Unfortunately, my TV's now on the kaput. My TV's on the fritz, and it is dying, and it's a crapshoot on whether or not it will turn on like correctly. Like right now, if I can even, yeah, I'll show you guys what I mean right now. This is what my TV is doing right now. Every time I turn it on, it's either that or a black screen, and occasionally it'll boot up correctly. And pretty much the only way to fix it, again, that I've found out, is to unplug it, plug it back in, and keep doing that over and over again until it boots up correctly. Because once it boots up fine, it's good until it turns off. And then once it turns off, it's a crapshoot on whether or not it's going to boot up correctly again, or if you're going to have to, you know, keep, you know, pulling the plug and putting it back in. So that is kind of the state of things right now. Like I said, I do want to do more reviews, critiques. Maybe I'll come back to Let's Plays in the future. I will always continue doing collection videos and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about that. That's not going anywhere. But until then, until the next video, whatever it may be, so until then, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe.